Imagine a monk. Picture him in a simple robe, living a life of quiet contemplation and devotion. He lives in the year 1023, a time when the world was vastly different from what we know today. His world is very different from ours. There are no bustling cities filled with skyscrapers, no highways teeming with cars, and no digital screens lighting up the night. He spends his days praying, studying ancient manuscripts, and working the land with his hands. His life is one of simplicity and routine, dictated by the rhythms of nature and the seasons. He's never seen a car, a phone, or a computer. The concept of instant communication or rapid travel is beyond his imagination. He doesn't have electricity or running water. His home is lit by candles, and water is drawn from a well. This monk's life might seem strange to us, but it was normal for people in the 11th century. Life was often hard, filled with physical labor and limited by the technology of the time. People lived mostly in small villages, close-knit communities where everyone knew each other. They worked the land to survive, growing their own food and raising animals. Their lives were deeply connected to the earth and the changing seasons. Now, fast forward 1,000 years. Imagine the incredible changes that have taken place over the centuries. We live in a world the monk could never have imagined. Our cities are filled with towering buildings and our lives are intertwined with technology. We have cars that can take us anywhere we want to go, phones that connect us instantly to people across the globe, and computers that hold the sum of human knowledge. We can travel the world in a matter of hours and communicate instantly with anyone, anywhere. The boundaries of time and space have been dramatically altered. How did we get from the monk's world to ours? What were the key moments and innovations that bridged this vast gap? What happened in the last 1,000 years to transform our lives so completely? From the Renaissance to the Industrial Revolution, from the invention of the printing press to the digital age, each era brought profound changes. Let's take a journey through time to find out. We'll explore the pivotal events, the groundbreaking inventions, and the visionary people who shaped the world we live in today. Our journey begins with a catastrophe, the Black Death. In the 14th century, this terrible plague swept across Europe and Asia. It killed millions. This was a time of immense suffering and fear. The Black Death changed the course of history. It led to labor shortages. This gave peasants more power to demand better conditions. It also weakened the feudal system. The plague forced people to rethink their lives and their world. It was a turning point. It marked the beginning of the end of the medieval era. As Europe recovered from the devastating impact of the Black Death, a period of significant transformation began. The population started to grow again, cities expanded, and trade routes were re-established. This recovery set the stage for the emergence of powerful empires that would shape the course of history. One of the most influential of these was the Ottoman Empire. Spanning from the late 13th century to the early 20th century, the Ottomans controlled vast territories across the Middle East, North Africa, and Southeast Europe. Their military prowess, administrative skills, and architectural achievements left a lasting legacy. In the Indian subcontinent, the Mughal Empire rose to prominence in the early 16th century. Known for its rich cultural contributions, the Mughals built magnificent structures like the Taj Mahal and fostered a flourishing arts scene. Their rule brought a unique blend of Persian, Indian, and Islamic influences. Meanwhile, in China, the Ming dynasty reigned from the 14th to the 17th century. This era was marked by stability, economic prosperity, and significant advancements in technology and culture. The Great Wall was extended and the Forbidden City was constructed, symbolizing the might and sophistication of Ming rule. These empires were not just centers of power, they were also hubs of trade, culture, and learning. They facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and knowledge across continents, contributing to a more interconnected world. Libraries, schools, and universities flourished, preserving and advancing human knowledge. Through extensive trade networks like the Silk Road, these empires connected distant parts of the world. Spices, silk, precious metals, and other goods traveled vast distances, enriching the cultures and economies of the regions they touched. However, the story of these empires is also one of conflict. They engaged in numerous wars and conquests, seeking to expand their territories and influence. These battles were often brutal and had profound impacts on the societies involved. The rise and fall of these empires dramatically reshaped borders and influenced cultures. As they expanded and contracted, they left behind a rich tapestry of cultural artifacts, architectural marvels, and historical sites that tell the story of their grandeur and decline. The legacies of these empires are still felt today in many aspects of our lives. The languages we speak, the foods we enjoy, and the manuscripts that have been preserved all bear the marks of these once great civilizations. And the stories we tell, passed down through generations, continue to reflect the influence of these empires. Their rise and fall have left an indelible mark on human history, shaping the world we live in today. In Europe, a new era was dawning, the Renaissance. This was a time of great artistic, scientific, and intellectual creativity. Thinkers and artists look back to ancient Greece and Rome for inspiration. Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa. Michelangelo created the breathtaking ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. These works of art reflected a new way of seeing the world. The Renaissance challenged old ideas and embraced human potential. It laid the groundwork for future revolutions in science and thought. Section 5. Printing Press. Knowledge Unleashed. One invention changed the world forever, the printing press. Johannes Gutenberg's invention in the 15th century allowed books to be mass-produced. Before, books were rare and expensive. Only the wealthy and learned could access them. The printing press made knowledge available to a wider audience. This sparked a revolution in education and communication. People could read and share ideas like never before. This paved the way for the Reformation and the scientific revolution. Section 6. Scientific Revolution, Challenging the Old Order. The scientific revolution questioned long-held beliefs about the universe. Nicholas Copernicus challenged the idea that the Earth was the center of the universe. Galileo Galilei's observations with the telescope supported Copernicus's theory. Isaac Newton developed the laws of motion and gravity. These discoveries revolutionized our understanding of the natural world. The scientific revolution marked a shift from religious dogma to observation and reason. It laid the foundation for modern science and technology. Section 7. Industrial Revolution, Reshaping the World. The 18th century brought another revolution, the Industrial Revolution. It began in Britain with the invention of new machines like the steam engine and the power loom. Factories sprang up, mass-producing goods. People moved from rural areas to cities to work in these factories. The world was becoming increasingly urbanized. The Industrial Revolution brought about unprecedented economic growth. It also created new social problems like pollution and poverty, but it transformed human society, shaping the world we live in today. Section 8. The 20th Century, a time of upheaval and progress. The 20th century was a time of great upheaval and progress. 2 world wars brought immense destruction, but it was also a century of incredible technological advancements. We witnessed the rise of cars, airplanes, and computers. We landed on the moon and split the atom. Medical breakthroughs increased life expectancy. The 20th century also saw the rise of globalization. Communication and transportation technologies connected people and cultures like never before. Section 9. A Millennium's Journey Shaping Our Present. Our journey through the last 1,000 years has been long and eventful. We've seen plagues, empires, revolutions, and inventions. Each of these events has played a crucial role in shaping the world we live in today. The medieval plagues, for instance, drastically altered the population and social structures of Europe, leading to significant changes in labor and economy. The rise and fall of empires like the Roman and Mongol empires have left indelible marks on our cultural and political landscapes. The Industrial Revolution brought about unprecedented technological advancements, transforming societies from agrarian to industrial powerhouses. Early inventions like the printing press revolutionized the way information was disseminated, paving the way for the modern era of communication. Each event has left its mark on human history. Historic landmarks and ancient ruins stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time, telling stories of civilizations long gone. Historical documents and artifacts provide us with invaluable insights into the lives and thoughts of our ancestors. These remnants of the past are not just relics, they are the building blocks of our present. The world today is vastly different from the world of the monk in 1023. Back then, life was simpler, yet harsher. Monasteries were centers of learning and preservation of knowledge, while today we have universities and digital libraries. The contrast between a medieval village and a modern city is stark yet fascinating. It shows us how far we've come in terms of technology, infrastructure, and lifestyle, but the past is not separate from the present. It is intricately woven into the fabric of our daily lives. Historical events have a way of echoing through time, influencing our decisions, our culture, and our societal norms. The lessons learned from past events help us navigate the complexities of the modern world. By understanding the connections between historical events and present-day scenarios, we can better appreciate the continuity of human experience. It continues to shape our lives in countless ways. Traditional crafts and practices are still alive, passed down through generations, reminding us of our roots. Modern architecture often incorporates historical influences, creating a blend of old and new that enriches our urban landscapes. Street scenes where ancient buildings stand alongside modern structures are a testament to the enduring legacy of our past. Understanding history is crucial for understanding ourselves and the world around us. It provides context for our current circumstances and helps us make informed decisions for the future. Students studying history, museum exhibits, and historical books and archives are all vital resources that keep the knowledge of our past alive. They allow us to learn from previous mistakes and successes, guiding us toward a better future. It helps us appreciate how far we've come and the challenges that lie ahead. The skyline of a modern city is a symbol of human achievement, built on the foundations laid by our ancestors. By juxtaposing significant historical events with modern-day achievements, we can see the progress we've made and the potential for future advancements. People working in innovative fields today are standing on the shoulders of giants, continuing the legacy of human ingenuity. It reminds us that we are part of a larger story, one that spans centuries and continents. The diverse crowd in a city square, family genealogy research, and collages of different historical periods all highlight the interconnectedness of human history. We are all threads in the vast tapestry of time, each contributing to the ongoing narrative of our species, a story that continues to unfold. As the sun rises over a city, it symbolizes the dawns of new possibilities, built upon the lessons of the past. The montage of historical events leading to the present day reminds us that history is not just a series of isolated incidents, but a continuous journey. People walking through historical monument sites are not just visitors, they are participants in the ongoing story of humanity.